Alright, this is Don from Play More Games here again. This time around, instead of a box opening, I'm going to be highlighting the Great Serra Angel project, which is my attempt to get a global set of Serra Angel, one of every card that's ever been printed in every language, foil and regular. This video is dedicated to Heather Dawn, otherwise known as @RevisedAngel on Twitter. Alright, so we have a cover I found on the mothership, an image of the 3 Serra Angel arts that had been done at that point in time. The original, the special promo one, which is going to be featured again in From the Vaults, and the 7th edition one. At the time that they did this image, they didn't have, they hadn't yet printed out the one that's in 8th, 9th, and ever since.
Looks a little different than the last one.
On the back, I have some other special goodies that I picked up along the way. Signed artist proof.
For people to keep their stuff in when they're playing, like their purse.
Sketch. The oversized comic one. The 9th edition box topper.
This is the
And Doug Schuler's business card.
Our ultimate plan is if we have it over there to sell this. Yeah.
Inside, we have unopened copy of the comic book with the promo inside, and then the actual global set starts.
Oh. Okay.
This page were the unique ones, one-shot items. Not sure where I'm going to stick the From the Vault one, because I've now used up all these slots. We have our Alpha, Beta, Unlimited, Revised. Then this is the special promo version that used the original art. And this one was the dual deck, Divine vs. Demonic, and then when it was reprinted in the dual deck anthologies. One interesting note, it moved from being rare to uncommon when they reprinted it, even though it was supposed to be a perfect reprint of the original set. And then we have, where did I have this one here? Oh, that's the collector's edition. That's why. There we go. Okay. This one is bizarre. It's not actually a Magic card. It's from another game that's published over in Japan, but apparently they licensed properties from other IPs, and one of the ones they licensed was the Serra Angel. So I hadn't planned on picking it up. Found one cheap on eBay. Thought it was that. Throw it in there. Then we get on to the, so this is actually the revised. It says revised back here. That's the unlimited. That's the anthologies. Thank you. Okay, revised page. Suddenly we start getting into other languages. So, revised was published not just in English, but in French and Italian and German. And back then, Wizards had a policy where the first time anything was published in a given language, it had to be a black border. So they quickly ran out a set of revised with black borders. And then when that was all sold out, they reprinted them all with white borders. So I, of course, had to get a copy of the black border ones and a copy of the white border ones.
But sometimes
When 4th edition came out, they did the same thing with black border, but in this case it was with some other languages. They had Spanish, they had Portuguese, they had Japanese, Chinese, and Korean. And they messed up when they did the Spanish and printed a copy of Serra Angel with a blue border and the art from Time Elemental for some bizarre reason. And then they fixed it for a reprint. And then of course they then published those in white border as well, so I have those over there. I still need to get a Portuguese 4th edition white border. Serra Angel was not published in 5th edition or 6th edition, and there was grieving and gnashing of teeth, and they brought it back for 7th edition as a rare. And in 7th edition, they introduced foils. So now suddenly I have foils that I have to deal with. I'm still looking for an Italian, Spanish, and simplified Chinese 7th edition, and then lots of foil ones. These are the hardest to track down, other than maybe the promos, because 7th edition foils are ridiculously expensive. 8th edition, similar. I just need the Japanese white border. Actually got all the foils.
I was going to ask.
9th edition, still missing some. And then at this point, they added another language, Russian was added, so I can no longer use just one page. I've got to go on to the next, which means the foils for 9th edition don't show up until here. Missing Italian, trying to simplify Russian. That one's going to be tough. And then for the rest, it pretty much looks the same with random gaps inside. I'll ask my video editor, DSet7, if he can include a link in the notes to this to my page where I'm keeping track of which of these I have and which of these I still need. If anybody out there is watching and has or can get any of these missing cards, I would be much appreciative in any help completing the Great Serra Angel project. Coming up, I don't want to bore everybody with the stories. At this point, it pretty much becomes routine. This one was a bit of a blip. The original Commander Dex had a Serra Angel in it, and that was only published in 6 languages, so I'm still missing the French and the Spanish ones. And then we got the M12, the M12 foils, M13, M13 foils, M14, and M14 foils, and then we hit the other snag. In M15, they published the card only as a, well, it's not available in normal booster packs, let's put it that way. It's in the little sample decks that they give out for free, or you could get it in the Deck Builder's Toolkit. But apparently those sample decks are published in every language. Somehow, a Serra Angel that is free to get your hands on has become the hardest thing for me to find in any other language besides English. I've managed to get German of the M15, and that's it so far. There was an Italian one on eBay, but they were asking more than I was willing to pay for it. And then we hit the same thing with Origins. In Origins, it's also in the sample decks only. So again, I only have English so far. And then I await the From the Vault one, which should come in next week. And I forgot my other little goodies. I had a Corset Serra Angel Life Counter as well. So that's my collection. Trying to get one of everything. We'll have links in the notes for what cards I'm missing. And thank you for the tour. And Heather, thank you for the inspiration.